Hello there, Gemini. My name's Frankie, and I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's going to be for Gemini for November of 2019. I can't believe it. The year's almost gone. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody who celebrates it. For all of you that are new out there, I pull 4 cards for the month. We use the bottom card on the deck for overall view of the month. Now, we'll pull an angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully bring everything together for us. Now, I am an empath, so I have a speech pattern that I speak as if I'm you. During the reading, it makes you all named Frankie for the time of the reading. I guess, anyhow, look at your moon sign and rising sign. You get a more comprehensive view of the month. I don't believe the cards will go week by week. I think they'll blend in and out throughout the month as an overall theme. Now, I have a short message for us, and I think it's astrological because I think Mercury's retrograde in your sign for the most of the month or something like that. Anyhow, all I keep hearing is pay attention to the details, Gemini. Not something we really enjoy doing, probably. We want to be off to the next new thing, new adventure, but pay attention. If I'm working on a project, if I'm doing, let's say, a bank statement, anything that has to do with details, pay attention before it's handed in, that I go over it, or pay attention in case I made a miscalculation. I think it has to do with that. But if I do that, right, I'm going to be shown like appreciation for a work or a job that's been very well done. And that's a really good thing. Probably just the old pat on the back from the boss, or pat on the back from the partner that you have, like, oh God, thank God you caught that mistake. I just sent a check out for $100 and it would have bounced all over the place. Those kind of energies are what's going to help us, and then we can relax and go have fun, enjoy ourselves, once we make it through that original part. Because we have good words here, we have a little bit of crazy cards. I'm not sure where they're going to fall, but our words are adventure, synthesis, birth. So maybe some of us, and we have a card that could point towards that, going towards something new, authenticity, and transformation. And when I look at the cards, I can see that there is transformative energy here that's going to be very helpful to us, especially if we pay attention to that original reading, or that original message. Sorry, guys, I can't talk today because I was sitting around too long instead of getting busy here. Our first card here is the World card. And the World card is, I think, excellent. It means success in everything that we do. So it's probably really advisable, like with that birth in here, to really pay attention to this, because this is like a great time for us. We are or will soon kind of be on top of the world. Everything is available to us uh, at this time, like for the completion of projects. And I'm thinking with that original message, maybe paying attention to those simple details might be helpful for us, or we could achieve our goals. We could have like we could achieve our goals. We could achieve what we're setting out for. We could have happiness in our life, harmony in our life. Our word synthesis and transformation could come out of it, because it means whatever, can't get the words out, can I? Whatever we are doing now, it's going to succeed. It could be a career change, could be moving to another place, maybe for a new job, or maybe it's even like new relationships come with this. We can get recognition, that pat on the back, rewards, maybe like a promotion, or a pay increase possibly with a new job, and the pat on the back, like, hey, Gemini, you did really good. It's like the end of the old cycle. It's the number 20, so it's two tens together. So tens are ones, so it's the end of an old cycle and the beginning of a new where we've like mastered everything, like our own self, of our own inner nature, and we'd be like supported. We'd be actually supported with by the material realm because we have the internal resources this month and they're turned on really fully. So if you have some good ideas, I think I'd be putting them out there because it's like when we're really self-confident, um, and when you're really self-confident, you usually have victories and you get that success that's really assured. But don't be so self-confident that you get cocky, Gemini, and I'm saying that because of another card that's down here that I'm looking at and I'm thinking, oh, that one's coming up. So we don't want to be that kind of self-confident. We want to be sure of ourselves. We want our word down here. We want to be authentic. So we put our trust where it belongs. That's in God, source, universe, the higher power, whatever it is you want to call it, that which is a known, or however you want to call it, and then we reap all the rewards of it. So we are really starting out like excellently is how I want to say it. So there's going to be a lot of possibilities, opportunities for us. Maybe that's why the word adventure and transformation and birth are in our words this month. They'd all be available to us, and we would be free, like totally free to choose whatever pleases us and make it work really well. And that's what I really want to get across because we have authenticity and synthesis, transformation, and birth. So it could be like a rebirth. Also, for some of us, rebirth of a project maybe that we had put on the back burner. I don't think so for a lot of us, though. I really don't think so. Whoops, I'm losing my little cards here, which is not good. That's because I have my angel cards under my elbow and they're slipping and sliding all over the place, so I'm dumping everything. Because our next card here is the Seven of Rods or Wands, and this is a courage and determination under fire. It means that we stood up on and we are ready, willing, we stood up, ready, willing, and able to stand up for whatever it is that we believe in. And this card is our authenticity card. We do it no matter what. We would stand up for it. So I'm going to maybe say be a little politically correct when I'm standing up for it because the card means we might have sat back, sat on our duff. I think the word's complacency that is what that means, but now we aren't. We're coming right up, charging right out of the gate. He has 6 rods in front of him. Probably other people are holding him ready to, he's going to battle and he's holding them all off. So it's a card of profit and gain after determined effort, holding off competition, holding off the enemies, all that kind of energy. And even if we're outnumbered, we win the day with this card, and that to us is like a really good thing because then we discover hidden inner strengths that we didn't know we even had, or talents or resources that we didn't know we had, and then we put them to good use. Put them to good use to overcome anything that's in our way, obstacles, things like that we thought were insurmountable before. Now they are not. So we have the advantage with this card. This combined with the World card is we have the advantage, and eventually we achieve success by sheer force of will and our personality, actually. So that's our word authenticity once again in there. Our personality, can overcome whatever it is that is against us. So we really need this with the World card together with this. That means that whatever we do, we're going to accomplish it and accomplish it well. Yeah, accomplish it well is the way they want me to say it for us this month. Because our next card here is a little bit of a tough one, but this is the Five of Cups. And I gotta tell you guys, these cards here, they're Morgan Greer deck, and in the other cups, the other tarot cards I had look like spilled wine. I think that's what it means, but these cards are really bright, so the colors are what attracted me to them, and it looks like spilled blood in here. But this is when we're brooding over past wrongs, losses, disappointment, hurts, it's a state of mind where we're looking backwards instead of looking forward, and instead of looking forward or refusing is the way it's to be said. Refusing to look forward at something more positive or in the future. So our unhappiness is because of our attitude. That's what the whole card means. The unhappiness is because of the attitude, and so it's a card where we make a choice, right? And it's a card where we can either look at these cups that were spilled, right, and how bad it was, and what we maybe defended ourselves from with this Seven of Wands down here, maybe what we defended ourselves from. We could look at that and not turn around and see there's two cups here that we could fill with anything we want. So if we turn around, we can figure out what we can transform, like our word, that can go right in the future. And because it's a card of attitude and choice, right, we don't have to be miserable unless we insist on it. Or let's say, we don't have to be miserable unless it's what we really want to be miserable about. Sorry guys, I got a runny nose today. So we don't have to do, all we have to do, and the way I'm hearing it, is look around us what is possible and even probable to alter our future, and what will make it, like, how do I want to say it? Make the future clearer, more adventurous, more transformative, and more authentically the future that we would want, right, in our lives, versus the past that really, if we would to think about it for a minute, maybe wasn't, how do they want me to say it? Maybe wasn't as workable as what we thought it was, okay? That's the way I want to say it. Wasn't as workable as what we thought it was. Because our next card here is us. Page of Swords, male or female. So it's going to be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And that Aquarius just popped right out of my mind. Okay, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, male or female. It could be us showing up in our own reading, or it could be another air sign, that we know of or know, in our lives. But the Page of Swords, that's why I said don't be arrogant or overconfident. Be self-confident. but not overconfident. The Page of Swords is immature energy, so it's arrogant sometimes, but this also can mean like we're starting on a project and really pursuing it, right? That could also mean that. But with this Page of Swords energy, if you look at him carefully, he's looking straight ahead, sword in front of him. All the enemies could come up behind him, right? But he's so overconfident and arrogant that he thinks no one can get me. I'm the Page of Swords, right? So that's not the type of energy we want to have, because he's a messenger page, and he can bring messages of problems, difficulties, that it may relate to someone younger that we know that is an air sign energy, like an offspring, one of our children, one of our siblings perhaps, that is in trouble or failed an exam. That's an example of it in college and didn't tell us or something. But this page has this element of experimentation in it, where either us or someone else that we know would be behaving in a risky manner that could might cause some kind of problem, strife, things like that. The page is like, this page is motivated by like unconventional activity that can cause problems, okay? And that we don't want to cause for our own selves, because the reading so far is really good. It's very transformative. The other thing that the Page of Swords energy tells me, and it's popping in my head, not to forget about, remember, air sign energy, like the Queen of Swords, let's say, you don't approach them with emotion. They want the facts and the facts only, ma'am. That kind of energy. This is immature. This is the person that says why, what, when, who, and keeps pumping and pumping and pumping you for information to the point where you want to put duct tape on their mouth, tell them to shut up, sit down in the corner, and kind of don't bother me again. It's that kind of energy. It can be very likable because it's air energy, but aggravating. The other example off of Page of Swords energy is to be careful who you're telling your business to, okay? Because the Page of Swords, and this is what always pops in my head with this type of energy. Let's say a coworker at work is always gossiping all the time. They come up to you, they say, "Oh, do you know what George did?" And they tell me. And I say, I don't answer. Either that, I don't get involved, or I say I don't listen to gossip and I walk away. Well, the Page of Swords is the person that will go to the next coworker and say, "Do you know what Gemini told me? They told me George did this, and this, and he's in trouble at work." So from then on, the gossip thing goes down the line with my Gemini good name attached to it, which I may not appreciate or want for that matter. So with this energy, I'm going to say, be careful who I tell my business to. Be careful who I give my ideas, like intellectual property. Maybe I'm going to write a book, or I have an idea for a new project at work, and I tell the gossip person, and they're like, "Oh, how's that work?" And I'm so excited about it, I spit out too much, and they in turn turn around, turn the same project into the boss and say, "Hey, guess what? I did this project." It has that kind of energy too. So it's overconfidence to the point of arrogance, which we don't want. We want to be self-confident. We want to be authentic, like our word down here. We want to be our Gemini self. We don't, so he, she, whatever, that energy is kind of our little blip in this month. It's possible because of the Mercury retrograde thing, miscommunication, but it's usually pretty overt when you get this kind of energy. So it means don't gossip, and don't tell people that I don't know, right, my business, because our next card here, more cup energy, and it's the two of cups, and this is really pretty, a good card, because it's a coupling, it's a coming together. It could be um, a marriage, a partnership, a union, a union of any kind, maybe a new friendship for some of us that are already in partnership or are in love with someone. Um, but it's the honeymoon stage of a relationship, right? Where everything is right. Everybody's all lovey and kind and knows nothing can go wrong. It's that kind of energy. It also means an old relationship we have, right? Maybe it's getting flat or uncomfortable now for us, but it means that it could be like revived. And so we'd be moving together with another person, and everything would be going smoothly. Maybe even like a new teammate that I did share with the right idea, and we present it together with the boss, because these are general readings or an idea I have with a friend, and we're really getting along about it. But this is called the Mutual Admiration Society, where everybody's happy. Oh dear, you're so wonderful. No dear, you're so wonderful. But it usually refers to like a love relationship, some kind of a partnership between people, love, partnership, boyfriend, girlfriend, guy friend, that kind of thing. But it can be joinings of other, other things too. Joining together of other things too. Like I was saying, maybe joining together like on a team, like the lovers card is, maybe that kind of thing. Friendships can come out of this, but help, actually, because everybody's moving together and moving in the same direction, or moving in the same uh, helpful is what I want to say, helpful way or manner that's going to serve everyone, that's going to be an excellent adventure. Or it can be a rebirth or a rekindling, rebirth, like our word here, of a love relationship that maybe had gone uh, sour or flat. If I'm married and I want to get together with my husband and things are just like, not working out right, husband, wife, partner, whatever, and we never get time, it's a thing that can restart the adventure for those of us that already are in something. So what I'm going to say about this is stand up for what we believe in, check details obviously because of our original message, and if we do all these things together, we get this world card here. We get the world card. So really think about the intent and how I'm going to stand in my own authenticity and move forward like steadily, and keep my eyes on the prize is the way I'm hearing it. Move forward and keep my eyes on the prize. Well, yeah, move forward, steady progress. We got it, Gemini. We got it. We're not going backwards. Steady progress. We can acknowledge you for the progress you've made in remembering love in your daily activities. Here's our love right here in our daily activities. We clearly see the contribution you're making to the world through your thoughts, feelings, and your actions of love. I really like that card with this reading. It's like, just keep moving forward and everything transforms, everything, changes. So, and underneath this is the Four Cups, and that's usually apathy card. But if it's used appropriately and we go within, remember the 3 cups, filled cups with our 5 of cups, if we go within and we sort out what it is we want, we can fill this cup coming out of the cloud with whatever it is we want. So intention, I'm going to add in there too, and not crying over the past, not being miserable about like the things that have already went before. It said you drew this card as a reassurance that you're making steady progress. You sometimes harshly compare yourselves to others and feel that you should be farther ahead on your path by now. Yet look at how far you've come. Look at how far you've come. Turn around. It's all we got to do. We don't have to be miserable unless we want to. It's an absolute choice. So turn around and look at how far we've come, how many lessons we already learned, how many people you've helped, and that's true. We Geminis are there for everyone. Really. Focus on your progress instead of expecting perfection from yourself each day. Take at least one small action step concerning a project, maybe that you're passionate about. You're on the right path, even if it feels you're moving slowly. Praise the light instead of cursing the darkness, and appreciate yourself. Be authentic. Everything transforms. Gives us the world there, Gemini. That's pretty all right. Well, Gemini, that's our reading for this month. And I want to tell you all, thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and for your comments. I read each and every one of them. I really, really appreciate them. If anybody wants to know more about me or just go Neb, all the information's down below the screen at the website. And if you need to set an appointment with me, all the information to do that's at the website, and that's in the About section. There's 2 short videos over at the website also that explain the prayer class and the sutra classes I put out there for you guys. They're like 5 minutes long. Prayer class is very comprehensive. It explains how and why you format them the way you do, and it's 2.5 hours long. The sutras are simple thought forms you put in a meditation. Takes 5 minutes a day and enhances the clear perceptions dramatically. And all you I met through 3 whole years of doing YouTubes, and everybody I've met through 31 years of doing this work, want to tell you, oh, it's been an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure to serve you. Hopefully I'll see you back here next month. Bye-bye.